Hi, this is Mrs. Higdon.
And this is Miss Watson.
We're going to talk to you about the new procedures for AR for 8th grade this year. One of the first things you're going to notice is that your fiction book outlines, actually all your outlines, have a much bigger section of AR information. They used to ask you for just the book level, the ZPD, and then it would tell what your reading practice quiz score was and how many points you earned. But this year we're adding in a section for vocabulary practice. You can earn bonus points for doing books that have vocabulary practice in them, or vocabulary practice quizzes. So we're going to talk today about how you start an outline and why you have to start an outline as soon as you pick your book. Now to do this, we're going to have to go into Accelerated Reader. So I need you to log into your Accelerated Reader account as soon as you've chosen a book to read for class. Pick the Accelerated Reader tab, and then you're going to find your book. For this exercise, I chose Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. So I'm going to type that title into the search. I'll just put in Goblet of Fire and see if that's enough. Search, and there it is. That matches me. That's the book I'm reading, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. So I can gather information from right here on the screen that I need on the outline. First I need the quiz number, 40670, and I would go back to my outline and write that down in the place for the reading practice quiz number. I also can find the level. 6.8 is the level of Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire. So I'll go back onto my outline and type that in as the ATOS book level up at the top. That's the very first blank. Then, if I look to the right, just below taking a quiz, it says View Vocabulary. If the book has View Vocabulary, you know it has a vocabulary practice quiz. So I'm going to click on that button, View Vocabulary, and it'll give me a list of the words that are going to be on the quiz for the vocabulary practice. So I would just go back to my outline, and on the back of the page, there is a space for the vocabulary practice word list. We are only asking you to list the first 10 words. Some books, like Goblet of Fire, have more than 10 words, but you're going to just copy them all onto the back of your outline. The first word for Harry Potter was distinct, so literally I would just write that on the sheet. I'll deal with the definitions later. So that is how you would look for a vocabulary practice quiz. We're going to show you another example.
Sometimes books don't actually have vocabulary practice quizzes. The book I chose was Soldier Dog by Sam Angus. So I'm going to go back to Accelerated Reader and search for my book. I'm going to type in Soldier Dog. And it's the first book there. And just like Mrs. Higdon's example, I can find the quiz number, I can find my level. But if I look over to the right, there is no button that says View Vocabulary. So this book does not have a vocabulary practice quiz. So what does that mean for your outline? When you go back to the front, there's a little box that says check for vocabulary practice. I don't have to check that because I don't have that vocabulary practice, and that means I don't have a list of vocabulary words to write down. So for your assignment today, we are giving you a packet of examples of books. The titles are given to you, and you're going to go through and find the book level, the quiz number, whether or not it has a vocabulary quiz, and if it does, I want you to only write the first vocabulary word. You only have enough space for that. Don't worry about the definition, just write down the word.
So what if it doesn't have a vocabulary quiz, Miss Watson?
Then you check the little slot, the little space that says no, and you just skip the bottom part.
Awesome. All right, if you have any questions, you can of course ask. or you can replay this video to help you find an answer you may have missed. See ya!